Heyo, Ben here, and welcome back to my Minecraft Creative Kingdom. I'm going to show you the village later once I've basically completed it. Right now, I'm building I decided I'm going to build another castle on the other end of the continent. Yeah, I chose a seed with the continent, like I said. And this is in large biomes, so this is a little bit different if you had just plugged the seed in and done it normally. So this is the extreme hills savanna biome combination, and I found this hill is a little bit different than the other one, but I decided to work with this. And I really like this combination with the endstone brick. I'm going to be throwing in the endstone, the regular old endstone, to break up the monotony of the brick. There we go. There we go. And I'm actually going to be building into this little spire here because I want to put the keep at the absolute top of this. Oops. Now, if only they could make stairs and slabs of these. Oh man, that would be amazing. But yeah, not much to really update in terms of what's been going on with me. No, I don't want to poke the hole there. I'm just going to make it a very single solitary. Oops. Okay. Because I want to try and put the stairwell, I don't know, do I want it here? Yeah, I guess. This is going to be a very difficult one because I don't have a lot of vertical space to build, but yeah, not much is going on in my life here, or super significant, I guess, going on in my life, and not much has truly changed. I guess I can start building up here with this being the wall. There we go. And let's replace this. Actually, maybe I won't break up the monotony because this will be... Yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. Because I do kind of like it. There we go. I probably won't do it super heavy just because, well... I'm also not going to make the top as secure. This is kind of like the final uber secure part that I'm going to have. Just because it'll be a little difficult to... There we go. There we go. And I'm just going to be punching this up straight to the ceiling. And see where it pops out. And I'm not sure if I should put rooms into the side of this, because I'm tempted to. There you go, get some light in there. Okay, so I did it at the wall. And I'm just going to punch this straight up. Okay, and straight down. Like I said, I'm tempted to... I may send this into somebody who... I'm not sure if they'll see it, but whatever. Maybe they will. If they do, that's awesome. If they don't, that's awesome. Earlier the week of my recording this, you're probably going to see this way after I've recorded it. There we go. And the reason why I say I'm a little bit skeptical of whether or not this will work is because of how close, or why I say I don't have a lot of vertical room is because we're already at 215, 211. So I don't have a lot of room to work with. And that's going to make it really fun to make this because I don't want to go too tall because I don't want to make it look too improbable. But yeah, doing the place everything by hand is going to take a lot of time. Of course, you all know that that's my preferred method. And it's going to be fun to have a stairwell in the actual center of the castle for once. Instead of off on the side, just to make it look interesting, or at least in the center of the keep. So I'm going to probably be putting some rooms off to here. I may put a little bit off to here. Definitely going to have some to here. And this part's definitely going to be more palace-y than it's going to be castle-y. This part is definitely going to have more castle of that castle feel. And it's probably going to be a little bit more focused on being an actual castle. And then there's going to be like a way down to this part, which is going to have more defensive measures, and also want to see if this part's large enough to even no, it's not. Okay. Because, I mean, these are basically sheer cliffs. It's not really worth trying to defend it too much. I'm debating whether or not I want to put a part of the castle over here. Because this isn't very large, and plus then I'd have to build it over... I'd have to build part of the castle over to here, which is where I can, you know, reasonably put it down and say, okay, and this is where the road would be. I wanted to put the whole thing on this complex of hills. Well, minus this. I actually just spent about 20 minutes clearing off a lot of the floating clearing out all the floating islands, because I don't like those. I really don't like those. But I decided that hill is much more impressive and a lot better. And I'll determine whether or not I actually want to build over to there and then to there. I really do think it would be awesome. I'm not sure how realistic I'd be able to make it, or if I'd be able to make it work. Because that's a long hill. I'd probably have to have like some sort of rickety old bridge. Like, this is going to be the most impossible castle to attack, honestly. So I'm pretty comfortable with the way I'm going to be building this part of the castle. I'm going to lay out the floor plan in this episode. I'm tempted to just, oops. Because I think putting out the floor plan first may be a good option. And plus, it'll allow you guys to see what I'm visualizing. What I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Okay. So I'm just going to put these blocks here as kind of placeholders. I'm not sure where... You know what? I can put the hallway here, so this is going to be a full block. And that is just to show me where it's going to be. And you know what would be awesome? Is the walkway this is an outdoor walkway. I know this isn't necessary right now. And it actually widens out to 2, so then I want to put a room here. Back to game. Maybe this can be like some kid's room or something like that. Like, maybe this can be like a privy room. This is going to be very tough, at least on the first part, because this is not a lot of space. I can definitely put another room here. Let's see. I need at least one. Okay. And then this is going to be the hard part. Is getting this, because you know what? Maybe this can be the Lord's Chamber. Would these look good as walls, though? Not really. So I'm kind of stuck with these. So I'm going to have to make this look somewhat realistic. So it's going to be 5 by 5. Or, well, it's going to be 5 wide. I almost want to make it a little bit larger. And maybe put something right here to at least make it look somewhat realistic. Or to give it a little bit of space to flesh it. So that would be 5 by 5. Can I get away with it? Potentially. I can get away with... No, let's try and get away with 5 by 7. Because I think I can get away with it. Especially if I do it like this, where I don't actually put the corners on the thing. I don't build too much on top of it. I wanted to make the Great Hall its own little separate thing, but it looks like I'm going to have to put stuff on top of it, because this is going to be like a single floored thing. Let's put this here. Now let's just make the chamber 5 by 5, I guess. No, I'm going to have to do it. This little chamber is going to have to be 3 by 3. Well, that's okay. Especially if I do it like this. And yeah, I honestly think this may actually turn out exceedingly well. And don't worry, I'll finish those detailing bits in a bit. Could I make this work? It's gonna be tough. Yeah, I can definitely make that work. Just build some supports out to meet it. And this is gonna be a little bit. This one's gonna be a little bit easier. Okay. Then the Great Hall comes out here. Don't want to go too far. And I definitely want the dais to be okay, so how wide is this going to be? Okay, so that extended a bit there. You know what? I can get away with doing that as well. Maybe not. Okay. Like I said, this is primarily a palace, so... it doesn't exactly have to be gigantic, so to speak. I could potentially put something above that. And this is the tough part, because it's like, even though this is technically the keep, this is really just the residence. And arguably the most difficult spot. But at least the basic floor plan of the first floor is there. So I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.